Whoa, I'm seeing dots. Am I tripping? Does I be tripping out? Oh my god. I saw a sparkly! I'm tripping, aren't I? I'm so scared. Hold me. Yeah, if this looks familiar to you, congrats. You are very, very, intuitive, I think is the word. But, oh my god, do we have to fight Dark Samus here for the next item? No, Dark Samus just does that, laughs at us, and then blows up. Yeah, that makes sense. She appears, ha 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 ha, boom! And it's like, well then! If you want to provoke the blogs, you, basically shoot, charge beam at them. And the easiest way to take care of them is with super missiles. You kill them while they're rushing at you with their mouths open. And you do have to kill them in this little area, because it will activate the spinner slot, right? That's, right there. And get used to fighting blogs, because well, it becomes important. There's a similar fighting style with the boss. With the boss. Or the mini-boss, rather, not the boss, the mini-boss. Right back here, we have 60% first phase. This is recovering energy. We were not prepared to fight a long war. The forces of the enemy outnumbered ours vastly, but the Ing cannot go into light aether. They can possess... Oh, that's right, the Darklings. We sought a way to end the war quickly without extended combat. We decided to build a device to recover our lost planetary energy from dark aether. Without this energy, the Dark World would cease to be, and our world would be restored to stability. There are two sides to this. You can go to the dark room through the dark doors, or the light doors through the dark side or the light side. Doesn't matter which one you take first, as long as after you do the first door thing of these, you save. Because once you throw... Thing is, we're going these ways because they connect with the Hydrodynamo Station, the main room of the Under Temple. And the doors that we'll be taking will lead us back to some of the things we need to scan, some of the locks we need to undo. But these little areas, that area will actually become more important once we have a certain item. That's where we'll grab another item. What we have, we have some blogs down there. I'll just ignore them because these guys pissed me off really, really bad one day. Well then, someone wants their ass kicked. Oh my god! Just rushing right at me, I can hear him. Oh, look at that. More chocolate vanilla swirl doors. Just remember that no matter how fast you fire your dark and light beam, you will not be able to shoot fast enough to activate the door. This is 80% Cadre 1, this is G6 Testament. Testicles, I mean what? Up here, if you scan this... Sorry, I had an itch in my ear. It happens when recording. Ugh. And another chill, thanks. 80% first phase, this is the new terror. In time, the Ing began to possess Luminoth as well as creatures. That's just rude. Friends and family members became the enemy, spilling Luminoth blood across the land. Desperate, we devised shielding to prevent Ing possession. It was effective, but not perfect. Should the shielding fail, all Luminoth were prepared to self-terminate, rather than become a weapon for the Ing. I actually think there's one of the sentinels of one of the temples, like of the Aegon Temple, of the Torvus Temple, of the Sanctuary Temple, that did that. Like, they killed themselves because they were being possessed by the Ing. Or there's like... Oh, the boost ball will apparently undo those Grisby's shell. Oh, and by the way, once you come back out here, you have 100% small aquatic. They're bloglings. Easiest way to kill them is basically to shoot their head. As bad as as rude as it sounds, and as just totally wrong as it sounds. But since the upcoming mini-boss is a doozy, and there is no chance of saving once you activate all of the locks, save right now after you've activated your second lock. Because you don't get an option to save between activating the final lock and fighting the mini-boss. What's ironic is the item that the mini-boss is supposed to quote-unquote guard, with that whole two-finger motion, that's supposed to be like quotation marks or something, with all that sort of shit. I don't remember what I was going to say. Oh yeah, you get the item before fighting the boss. But that's a good thing, because without that item, fighting the boss would be near impossible, because you fight it underwater. And coming up here, we have 100% ground. These are seed bursters. Which sounds kind of wrong, actually, now that I think about it, but I think about things a little too much sometimes. But basically, these are more swarm enemies that are really good for knocking it, or for restoring HP. I'm not sure... No, they don't do that, not yet. There are not blogs in here, they're bloglings, and you don't have to kill them to activate the spinner slot. But after doing one side, you have to do the other. So after connecting the red track, you have to do the blue track, like me, or vice versa if you didn't. Which is completely fine, there's no specific way you have to go. But, you know, I'm just talking about the way I went. And I'm not sure... No, there's not. In the dark alternate of this room right here, there is a missile expansion. By the way, that fan's blowing... That fan is blowing so hard that we can't go over there. However, it'll blow us quite nicely over here. Those are just quick little sections. All three of them have items hidden in them somehow. I don't think these are scans. No, they're not. I don't care about them then. Let me just get rid of these guys. That should provoke them. That should be enough provocation. I'm not sure if that's a word, but it is now. Come on. Yes! Anything else? Oh! Lore entry that I always forget. 100% first phase, this would be new weapons. Oh, they're just talking about the light and dark beam. I'm not interested in that. Oops. These have to be activated with these platforms with spikes on them. You have to shoot them from underneath with the dark beam. With the dock beam. Then they'll flip over and become platforms for as long as you're in the room.